Hey everybody. This weekend, I think it was Saturday, I had the experience. I'm not sure if I'm going to call it a pleasure yet. Of watching a video posted by young Jonah Mowry called "What's Going On," and I'll post a link to the video in the comments. This young man about to go in the 8th grade, and he's been bullied since he was in the 1st grade. And he talked about his experiences and things he's done to himself as a result. And it just felt like there was no way out. And um, I primarily do political videos and discussions and whatnot, and that's fine. But as a parent myself, it really hit home, this young man's video, about things that can go on for years that, if you're not careful as a parent, you may not know about. And, of course, kids get to that age where they don't want to tell you anything, and they want to be anywhere else and with anybody else, than mom and dad, because we're the old fogies and all that. But we've got to we've got to do a much better job of talking to our kids and encouraging them, giving them reason to want to talk to us about things going on that are important to their lives, especially where their safety and their well-being, emotional, mental, physical well-being is concerned. And this little boy was getting beat up and picked on and ranked out and called names and stuff to the point where it was just almost overwhelming for him. And we hear about it in the news, all these kids that, endure these online social networking threats and name calling and all this crap, and they kill themselves. They're children. They're children. And I'd be willing to bet 95% of everybody who will watch this video at some point or other in their lives dealt with some kind of bully or some kind of name calling or whatever. And maybe you can't quite fathom why a child would suffer to the point that taking their life was a viable option. The point being is that it is. And if you're not careful, it may be your kid. Additionally, if you're the parent of a child who's doing bullying, and I don't care if it's in kindergarten, 1st grade, whatever. If you're a parent of a kid doing this bullying behavior, please look. Nobody wants to hear or realize, accept, acknowledge, bad things about their kids. I'm a parent. I know. The animals are freaking out. I don't want someone coming up and telling me all this bad crap about my kid, because I get defensive, and just like anyone else. But we have to examine these types of things a little more carefully, a little more objectively. And if our children are doing things like this, we need to correct it. And I'm not for getting law enforcement involved and all of that kind of stuff. It's not about that. I think we could use different methods to help prevent or reduce the instances of this type of behavior. Hey, a bully, a known bully, why am I going to let that kid on the soccer team or on the baseball team or whatever? Why? No. And if my kid was a bully, then I don't think that I would allow him those kind of opportunities until such time as he figured out that, maybe I was being a jerk. And maybe the things that I do and say to other people hurt. Maybe I should treat other people the way that I want to be treated. And when such a time came as I believed he'd learned the lesson, then we'd reintroduce him slowly and see what happened. But folks, it's not, I wouldn't call it an epidemic quite yet, but it's happening a whole hell of a lot more than it did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I got bullied too, and picked on and whatnot. These glasses are so thick, I can see into the future. And that's my joke now, but, when I was a kid, people weren't so nice or funny about it, If you haven't seen Jonah's video, I suggest you watch it. Now, fortunately for this young man, he got a tidal wave of support. The video went uber super mega viral Last I checked, there were over 5.5 million views, or close to it, and 230,000 likes of the video and supportive comments, just like you can't even imagine. And so I was actually very pleased to see that. But if you're a parent, watch that video and think about your own kid. Maybe you should talk to them. And I'm sure that you do. I'm not accusing anyone here of anything. That's not it. It's just an encouragement for reinforcement of behavior and involvement with your kids, so you know what's going on. If they're happy, if they're okay, if they're being treated or mistreated at school, amongst their friends. Because if you remember right, as soon as you rat on somebody for bullying on you, you just open yourself up for a whole new set of problems. So, there's social pressure on them not to talk to us about things like that. But they need to know that we love them and we care for them and that we're there to protect them from that kind of stuff. Okay? And we need to do more with the helping bullies figure it out that, no, that isn't tolerable in our society, in our neighborhoods, in our cities, in our towns. Nobody wants any part of it. Anyways, like I said, I'll post the link to young Jonah's video. If you don't want to click there, you can type in the search bar, in the YouTube search bar, you can type up what's going on. And it's a young boy. He's got earphones in, and it looks like he's crying. And he is. It's heart-wrenching. It really is. So, anyways, just a friendly note to fellow parents. And Jonah, I hope you're watching this, man, because your video touched a lot of people. It touched me in a very, very important way. And it was a reminder to keep doing things that I've been trying to do with my own kids. So I appreciate that. I admire your courage. And I'm so glad to see the follow-up videos you posted where you're smiling and laughing, and it looks like you're enjoying life, man, and I hope that you do from here on out. So thank you again. Everybody else, let me know what you think. What can we do about these bullies? Because they got to go. This got to stop. That's my 2 cents. Hope to hear from you.